Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 10 of Wrestling with My Appetite. My name is the Unbreakable Caden LeDuc, and this is the show where I taste some of the best food you can find around Plattsburgh, New York, all while talking about the fun world of professional wrestling. And on this episode, two very special topics. For the food portion of this episode, we'll be talking about Sawatadee, which is a Thai restaurant in Plattsburgh, New York. My first time there today. I got Kung Pao Chicken with rice noodles, so hopefully it's good stuff. And then for the wrestling portion, we'll be talking about we'll be pretty much finalizing my wrestling journey up to this point and talking about World of Hurt Wrestling and my time so far there with my two shows there. So we got wrestling, we got food. Let's get right to it and start the match. So when we last left off, I had lost the PAC Extreme Championship to Scrap Iron in the main event of Fright Fight 5. And right after Fright Fight 5, something special had happened. Actually, before Fright Fight, me and Nick Allen, Johnny Money, Nick Cruz, whatever you want to call him, we had gone to a World of Hurt Wrestling show, which we've been going to as fans for years because they're great shows. They've had a lot of big names. They've had Mick Foley, Bret Hart, Scott Hall. A lot of big names have gone through World of Hurt Wrestling. I've met Scott Hall through them. I've met Scott Steiner there, Simon Gotch, Tommy Dreamer, people like that. And we went to a show where Enzo was actually the special guest, and Nick had wanted to start getting involved in World of Hurt, and he had messaged Shane Alden, who's the owner of World of Hurt, and wanted to know if he could, start to maybe train a little bit with them and get involved in the World of Hurt Wrestling. And Shane said yes. So we went to the show, and we were told to talk to Shane after the show. And we did. We went up to him and approached him, and basically he just said, "Hey, go tear down that ring." And we were like, all right. So we went and tore down the ring along with some of the other guys from World of Hurt. And basically we were offered pretty much a tryout of sorts with World of Hurt. And it would be at their next show, which was in October. Now, I had a football game for that show, so I wasn't able to go. But Nick was able to go. And he went and ended up just knocking it out of the park and somehow got himself into a match with Jeff Starr, who, if you don't know who Jeff Starr is, you should, because he's been one of the biggest stars on the New York independent scene for a long time, pretty much as long as I've been alive. And he's great. He looks great, and he's a very well experienced, just a great wrestler all around. And Nick somehow lucked himself into a match with Jeff Starr and managed, with the help of Swinger Sadusky, who was another one of World of Hurt's originals, he managed to get the win. The next show was World of Hurt Wrestling's Big Winter Rumble, where Nick, Johnny Money, who is just, maybe the biggest star in the history of professional wrestling at this point, he was going to wrestle Jeff Starr again. And this time the stipulation was that if Jeff Starr lost to Johnny Money, then Johnny Money would win $5,000 that Jeff Starr had in the bag. And I ended up entering the World of Hurt Wrestling's Big Winter Rumble. It was a 33-man Rumble, I believe. Just a conventional over-the-top rope Rumble match. And I came out at number 22. And I got in the ring. And I got in the ring with some talented guys. Fox Vineyard was there. Big Cal. There was Mikey Cheese. Guys like that were there. And it was a nice experience going until Mr. Man came out. And let's take a look at what happened when that happened. Yeah, see, I like that flavor. It's not too spicy. It's got a little bit of spice. It's a nice amount of salt. It's kind of sweet. I love rice noodles too. Rice noodles, maybe my favorite type of noodles. I don't know why. I've always loved the texture of rice noodles.
This is Mr. Man!
And so Mr. Man came into the ring, slapped me in the face, choked me with his cane. I did manage to get one hit on him with the help of two other guys, allowed me to be headbutted by a very large man, and then eliminated me from the Big Winter Rumble. Just a shame. But the good news is that on that show, Johnny Money was born, and he defeated Jeff Starr once again and won $5,000. So it's just a big round of applause for Big Johnny Money. And then later in the show, he ended up in a tag team match against Jeff Starr and Jeff Starr's friend Punk, who is another veteran of World of Hurt Wrestling, who's done some of the craziest matches you'll see. Just a big, tough SOB that, he knows his craft and he knows it very well. Let's just say that. So Nick, Johnny Money teaming with Swinger Sadusky against Jeff Starr and Punk after Johnny Money had defeated Jeff Starr earlier in the night. Let's check it out. Don't ever discount a good roll-up. Do not ever discount a roll-up. So yes, Johnny Money did lose the second match of the night for him when he was RKO'd from the top rope, essentially, by Jeff Starr, and was pinned by Punk. And even in defeat, Johnny Money proved that he can hang with some of the best World of Hurt Wrestling had to offer, so you gotta give him that. And he did continue to hang with the best that World of Hurt had to offer, but we will talk about that a little bit later, because now we're going to talk about my match at the next World of Hurt show, which was a month later. It was called World of Hurt Wrestling's March Madness, or Madness, I think. And the match that I was in was originally going to be me in a one-on-one match, but the day of the show, things got changed, and I ended up in a fatal four-way match against Sal DeGreco, Randy the Redneck, and the Super Assassin. And three guys who, Sal DeGreco is a little younger than the other two, but he's very, very talented. Check out some of the stuff if you haven't. And also Randy the Redneck, World of Hurt staple, one of the most popular guys there, in a team of the Rednecks. Just amazing stuff. And the Super Assassin was a 20-plus year veteran of wrestling from the great state of Pennsylvania. And he did not enjoy the fans of World of Hurt very much, we'll say. And he did not enjoy me very much either. But on the bright side, it was an elimination fatal 4-way match where I was just honestly going out there, looking to get my name out there, looking to have a nice match, hopefully last a little while in the match. And that's what it looked like was going to happen when Redneck Randy gave a double arm DDT to Sal DeGreco to eliminate him. And then immediately, as I was getting beaten up outside the ring by Super Assassin ran in the ring and dropped Redneck Randy with a DDT for the 1-2-3. And it was down to me and him. He was very, very, way more experienced than me. But I like to say that I had the people on my side, and I had heart. And my heart allowed me to fight with everything I had left and to score a hit factor, which is my finisher, on the Super Assassin for the 1-2-3, because he went to the well too many times. He had some sort of a weapon in his mask that he tried to headbutt me with, but I scouted it perfectly, rolled out of the way. He headbutts himself basically with the weapon, hit factor, and I get the win 1-2-3. And I was fully prepared to celebrate, fully prepared, because it was the biggest win I've probably ever had in wrestling. Just such happiness for about 7 seconds. And then I was attacked by Jeff Starr and Punk. And at the time, I didn't know why, but they beat me up, threw me out of the ring, and I was just in a world of hurt, no pun intended, as I listened to them essentially talk about how annoyed they were that young guys like me were getting opportunities in World of Hurt Wrestling and I guess getting wins. And speaking of young guys in World of Hurt Wrestling that get wins, Johnny Money coming out to a rousing ovation from the crowd, and he wasn't alone, as he had a nightmare to aid him in his efforts against Jeff Starr. QT Marshall. Yep. And this Kung Pao Chicken for the win, because let's face it, guys, I really enjoy this. The chicken's cooked so well, so tender. Some great flavor there. Like I said, the sauce isn't too spicy. I love rice noodles. Just that's something I've always loved. Like, vegetables taste nice and fresh. Good stuff on this one. Good stuff. Also got some wonton soup that I tried earlier, and that was bomb. Like, legitimately, I love wonton soup. It's always one of my favorite things to get when I'm ordering out of anywhere. But this is maybe the best wonton soup I've ever had. It is straight up fire, man. It's so good. Chicken dumplings with a nice chicken broth. Got some cilantro in there, some other herbs. I think there's some spinach. And it's so good, man. You got to get, if you're in the Plattsburgh, New York area, if you like Asian food, try Sawatadee, get the wonton soup. Get the Kung Pao Chicken too, because that's also delicious. But get the freaking wonton soup. Anyway, that pretty much is it for what I've done with World of Hurt Wrestling so far and what Johnny Money's done with World of Hurt Wrestling so far. Great promotion. A top promotion in New York State, if not the whole country, honestly. A lot of the guys there, most of the wrestlers, pretty much all the wrestlers, I've not heard a single bad thing about the promotion from them. Shane Alden, fantastic human being, just a great guy to talk to. He's a fun guy to be around, and also he's a great promoter and he runs a great show. And even for the other guys, Super Assassin, whether we agreed or disagreed, he's a great wrestler. He's been in the business for a long time. Randy the Redneck, who I became pretty well acquainted with, and Sal DeGreco, who, like I said, he's an up-and-comer, and you're going to see him in a lot of places soon. I can guarantee you that. Everybody except for Mr. Man. everybody except for Mr. Man has my utmost respect, because Mr. Man, you don't earn my respect until you get in the ring with me. That's just how it is with a guy like you. But I digress. Even Jeff Starr and Punk, who destroyed me after my match, my hat's off to them. Moral of the story, pretty much, please check out World of Hurt Wrestling. Once this whole COVID thing's over, go to a show, just buy a ticket. Tickets are usually like $15, they're cheap. There's always a big name, whether it's QT Marshall, whether it's Scott Steiner, whether it's Scott Hall, whether it's Simon Gotch, Tommy Dreamer, Joey Mercury, Bret Hart, Mick Foley. Some of the greatest legends in the history of the business have been at World of Hurt Wrestling. And couldn't happen to a better promotion, honestly. Couldn't happen to a better guy in Shane Alden, and couldn't happen to a better promotion than World of Hurt Wrestling. So nothing but good things to say about everyone in World of Hurt Wrestling, and World of Hurt Wrestling as a whole, because they've done a lot for me. They've done a lot for Johnny Money, and just like I said, I've been going to World of Hurt shows since I was like 13, or 13, 14, around there, just because I'm such a big fan, and they knock it out of the park pretty much every time. So like I said, just fantastic promotion. And with that, my appetite has been defeated. Thank you guys so much for watching episode 10 of Wrestling with My Appetite. It's been a fun 10 episodes so far, and it's been a lot longer than I thought it would go with just me and no guests. But I'm glad with the support that I've gotten. I'm happy that you guys are enjoying it, hopefully. And there's going to be more episodes. There's going to be some guests, and it was fun talking about my wrestling journey so far, and it was a lot of fun talking about World of Hurt Wrestling. But screw it, I gotta try.
Yeah. Too small. Yeah. Oh, what we got here? Hello? Who is this? Caden LeDuc. Oh, Caden LeDuc from Wrestling with My Appetite. How's it going, bud? Yeah, I'm doing good. Yeah. You got my money? Yep, $5,000, just like I said. Yep. Your people talk to my people? So we're good? It's in there? Awesome. Thank you so much, man. Thank you. Awesome. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Hey, Caden, I guess you could say, Wrestling with My Appetite just got money. Huh? You like that? Ah, there you go. All right, bud. Yep, I'm looking forward to it. See you later. Bye. Mark.